takes them. Parang tatakot sila or they get offended and then they come back and they're like, you're right. And I go, okay, well then let's do it. But, you know, tapos iba ako, Amerikana ako, hindi ako Pilipina, miski na marunong ako mag-Tagalog, iba ako ugali ko. So, baka mamaya akala nila wala kang respeto, ganun-ganun, pero I'm just to the point.
Hindi, part of the profession.
Part of the profession.
Diba? It's all discipline that you want to.
Discipline.
But it's also taste, diba? Like, not okay. Miski na, if there's something missing or if there's something like, okay na yan, bahala na, okay na yan. No, hindi okay. I'm not making an exception just to get to the next point, diba? It's the same, ganun lang.
Walang compromise.
No compromise. Walang compromise. Walang compromise. But if you know what you're doing and you know how to do it, then you don't have to compromise to feel like you can make it. That's it. Because I want to see stuff that comes from the Philippines, and I want, these stories are the same stories everywhere else. But why is Colombia showing movies? Why is Italy showing movies? Why is Spain? Why? They're not more sophisticated. It's just their training. And I feel like it's the way the filmmakers think also, diba? Where it's like, wala akong pakialam sa'yo. Ito nakikita ko. Ito gusto ko. You know? And maybe have somebody that they can bounce off of. Like, I know what they want. I know what they're looking for. Sometimes it all depends on if they like the subject or not, but I know what they'll watch, how they'll watch it, and why they'll watch it. But,
Psychology.
yeah, it's all psychology and stuff, diba? It's the same reason why I could sit in this room and I'll tell you about people without knowing anybody, but I know how people work and how people are. But yun.
Tapos baka through her, we can invite more people. Diba?
Tapos it could be ano, no?
Yeah, I
A
can
regular thing whenever you.
I can bring other DPs. I'll bring other people. I'll bring other people to come.
Set of students.
Kasi
Oh yeah, and then you can bring in others.
No, I
this
can
is
bring other
my
people,
legacy. I
and so
started
they'll
in
watch
film.
this. Or so maybe you have like the top 5 films or the top 5 scripts, and we'll work with those
Hindi
people
naman
with their
dapat siya
scripts.
Hindi.
You should
dito
also bring
No,
her
no, no.
to-
Dito muna. Dito muna. Sa
No,
alma
I'm
mater
talking
din.
of I'm thinking of Lisa.
Lisa.
Because you know,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
this agency.
FD.
Na yun ang mandate.
Oo. Gusto ko din siya pakausap kay Lisa. Oo.
Kasi
Sige,
you
upo
know,
tayo. Bago siya umalis.
Ano sila yung, they go to, from one region to region,
country,
tapos
yeah.
yung all this talk.
Yes.
But I don't want to come in and step on anybody's toes. Kung gusto nila yung ginagawa nila kasama ng teacher
That's
yung
right.
process, that's fine.
Right.
No, it's fine. It's
That's
fine.
right.
It's fine. This is open.
Oo.
It's like,
But I just feel like I'm happy you guys built this. You obviously you're doing something right. I just want to make it better so that it can go somewhere else. Diba?
We owe it to ourselves.
Ourselves.
We owe it to ourselves na mag-accommodate ng
Yeah.
Kaya nga eh.
Hindi, kasi yung kanina,
Kung
yung
may
speech
chance
ng
ka
bata.
rin, no?
Oh, yung bata,
Oo.
please save me.
Oo.
No, and a lot of it I think is also cultural. Kasi diba dito parang medyo passive aggressive, diba? And when you're writing, sometimes you're scared to face what's really scary. And sometimes the best part is the worst part and you have to take it out because it doesn't fit. And sometimes when you're writing, you have to go deeper, but maybe you can't, but you have to. Because then otherwise, it's meaningless. And it comes out so fake. And then what's the whole point? And now you spent like $500,000 and you haven't even touched the truth. And that's a waste of time. And that's a waste of effort. And now we're showing people that's the talent we have.
Kasi ano siya eh, parang another school of
Thought.
thought
Oo.
na you can you can
Tweak
parang
into-
juxtapose with
juxtapose.
Bing Lao,
Yeah.
with Ricky Lee.
Correct.
Kasi lahat, here in the Philippines, everyone goes through Ricky Lee,
Yes.
everyone goes through Bing Lao, everyone goes through Mobile Fund, everyone goes through
These
UP,
agencies, UP, yeah.
but look, meron pa silang nami-miss out.
Miss out, yeah.
So, kaya talagang,
10
don't
years ago.
change.
I'm
Don't
not changing. I'm
Sir
42
Roy,
years old. Hindi na ako
Don't
mag-iba.
10 years ago pa lang, sabi ko, punta ka
That's
na
how
muna, sumama ka sa
good
akin.
education, is
Sumama ka sa
achieved
akin.
eh.
Oo.
You embrace, you open yourself to this Kasi hindi naman para sa balat sibuyas ang filmmaking.
Oo, hindi naman.
Not with a faint of heart.
And I don't have a problem saying like asking questions and challenging them. Because if you're afraid of challenge, then why are you doing this? Go be a civil servant.
Ganun din
Ginagawa
sila,
mo.
di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun din sila, they're welcome
Yeah.
to...
Kasi, and then out of that, makakahanap ka ng talagang filmmaker na meron. And then at least they don't fall through the cracks doing crap.
Yes.
And we're able to pick them up and be like, look,
Kasi kala nila walang option.
Oo.
Now,
There's an
magiging
Change
Eureka.
the society.
This is a discovery for
Oo.
There's
them.
an option.
Yun yung opportunity
Correct.
that is being presented.
Correct.
So,
10 years
sige.
ago pa, I wanted her to come here and talk.
Sige, we'll get back to you for sure. When we get to talk to our faculty officers,
Yes.
I'm sure they would see the merit of that.
Yes. Italia son, I came by.
Tapos yun, siguro kahit hindi ngayon, yung
Hindi
the
ngayon,
next
pag-
ano niya,
I'm also
visa pa rin
looking.
naman, di ba?
Oo.
I'm also looking
Visa
to.
for the next 3
Oh,
years.
di ba?
I want to find things to produce from here. I want to find filmmakers to work from here.
Yes.
I want to
Kasi
find somebody
everybody's
like.
wondering how come we've never won Palme d'Or, how come we're too far away from Oscar.
Correct.
Why? Because everybody loved Jessica Soho.
Diba?
I've only seen her one, and that's where it becomes in the like that movie. I don't know where it goes, but I've seen films that start that way because the easiest part is the first 30 pages and the first 30 minutes. Kasi tumatalong kagad. Tapos pagkatapos nun, what did you set up in the first 30 minutes that will keep you entertained and that will truly open your story as it goes in? Diba? Kasi you gave that speech at 15, pero ano nangyari sa 45? Nawala na ba? Napagod ka na? Wala na yung story mo talaga? Dun lang, when at the
That's
crux
right.
of saying, I'm pregnant,
I'm
and then
still
what?
recruiting.
Did you really
Ganun pa
explore
din.
that? Yung talagang dynamic na sa nanay mo,
Meron akong
na umuwi ka,
scholar.
na sinabi mo like,
I
and
picked
not
up a
melodramatic.
scholar to
Diba?
give
Like
back.
just, you don't have to accentuate life. It's already dramatic on its own. Diba? And if you add more, it just becomes
Okay.
false.
Kasi tayo, di ba, convoluted.
Oo, convoluted. Di ba fresh? And it
Tsaka
doesn't sound
may
like
pagka-mandatory.
mandatory.
I don't know. I feel like there's something here, but
Oo naman.
There's something here.
Oo naman,
Mm.
no? We know na
Meron.
talaga. Kaya nga lang, may kung anong hintay. Maybe this is the one. Kasi
Sige, tatawagan mo si Lisa mamaya. Tawagan.
Educable naman lahat.
Oo, tayo.
like I know filmmakers that would I know
Yung tayo.
I know filmmakers that would love to come here if there was something established and they would come and speak. Like directors not just from the Philippines, like DPs, not just whoever works with Aronofsky, I keep forgetting his name, and not just the Filipino American ones, but other ones where it's like,
Yeah.
look, this is really what it takes. This is what it, and I don't know what books you use for the curriculum. I know what books are good so that they need to read this and do that.
Wow.
There's this book that you should mandatory make for your screenwriting class called the Screenwriter's Bible. Everything in there, they can go back and check. If they follow that, binasa nila, parang it's like almost, it's the best thing. I tell all my young writers to go back because it will tell you how to distill and understand your complications and your reveals and what happens between 30 and 75 before the last 10 minutes, which is really your graveyard where movies die if they don't have anything set up in those first 30 pages. Like the nuances that become story that resolve the end and stuff, those sorts of things. But I don't know. Like that.
Okay, just get in touch with us.
Oo, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
call Lisa later
Oo.
and probably let's meet here again.
I'm sure she
yeah.
welcome it all.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Yeah.
So
Lisa
hanggang
is
kailan na ulit ka?
Hanggang 22nd.
oh,
So,
Meron akong time ng mga...
pwede siyang bumalik.
Wednesday.
She's
Meron akong
24
time like 15... Kasi I have like some meetings. I'm trying to work on a film here. And then 15, 16 maybe. I don't know.
just
Nine
to
pa lang.
kickstart the class.
So,
Oo.
1.5.
Yeah.
Like I'm not opposed, like I'm used to speaking to kids and stuff like that. Like I've traveled with a film that we made and stuff, so I'm used to speaking like whatever. I'm very frank and stuff. But if I can talk to a class, I'm not.
O sayang yung mga working title,
Oo, yes.
mga fly. Kasi may ganun yung mga forum on the young for
Yes.
films. May ganung program yung multi-country yan. Tapos regular yan. Tapos yung sa Japan Foundation Asia Center.
Asia Center.
Yun yung mga perfect resource people. Hindi yung mga
Oo.
na-meet natin before.
Established na. Kumbaga
Oo.
parang eto na.
Kasi paulit-ulit na yung mga sinasabi nila.
Parang
There's
ito yung
nothing-
bagong road.
Oo.
Ito yung may isang road on the fork.
Parang ini-indulge lang nila yung sistema ng Philippines.
Patriot.
Hindi ini-engage. Diba? Kasi yun ang kailangan.
Kailangan kailangan
Huwag mo na mag-ambisyon,
Oo,
diba? Yung
ambisyon.
puro tayo ambisyon.
Ambition.
Tapos, bihira yung tao na makakapagsabi sa atin na yung na out of place yung ambition. In-indulge ka na, di ba? Sige, there's future in Philippine cinema. Oh, there's future in Philippine cinema with this kind of setup. Di ba?
No, and the goal is not an Oscar. I know that system. We did The Aviator. We almost got kicked out of that system. My boss, his family's Hollywood. They own everything, and we almost got kicked out because it's not about the Oscar. It's about the story that you're telling. Those accolades, that's a brotherhood. We don't belong there. It's not about that. It's not about those things. It's not about winning things. It's about being able to tell your story and people watching. I don't want an Oscar. I don't want that. I want to be able to tell the stories that I want to tell.
It's not what you're gonna promise.
Yes.
Di
No.
ba?
No.
Hindi yun
It's
yung
just
goal.
one.
If that's your
it's
goal,
just another
You know, kung mag-uusap ako ng cast, kung yun ang goal mo, umalis ka na ngayon.
Oo.
Like, you can leave.
Oo. Pwede. Oo, ganun nga.
So, we'll
Parang
try.
no-nonsense filmmaking.
No nonsense filming.
You're here for film.
Yeah, you're here
for the making of films. Not for whatever perks that filmmaking brings.
Correct.
No, because filmmaking has given me so many perks, but those perks haven't given me the ability to make the films that I want. It's me being able to speak like this, quite frankly, with people who are higher than me, have done more than me, have more money than me, who've done more. But my being able to speak like this allows me to be in the room and be able to learn from them and be able to pass it. Because the perks is like, I can get all the free things in the world and it doesn't matter. Because it's still, no one's gonna greenlight my film unless, you know what I mean? Unless I can prove this, that, and whatever. And then I can speak honestly and have a hard conversation with a director who brought in the money, who brought in the actors, who's not wanting to hear what I'm saying, and having a conversation of this is not working for your story because, like mag-usap tayo, let's be honest. And people here sometimes that feel like, oh, they think it's great, they love it, da-da-da. It's like, I don't want a pat on the back. And who are you? Sino ka ba? Hindi ko kailangan your pat on the back. At all. I don't need any of that. But, I don't know.
To kickstart a class from. So ganun lang.
Pwede,
eto.
no?
Oo, di ba? Parang, whoa.
Production management.
Production management class. So we're just here.
Dapat ma-meet yung mga faculty.
Oo nga kaya.
Sila Ed Cabal.
Yes.
Ed Lema.
Yes.
Di ba, we'll have
But,
occasion for that.
yeah. Tapos, pabalikin natin siya. Pabalikin natin siya. Kasi nung unang Sinimalaya, it was that Australian...
Ikaw na.
Ha? Ikaw na.
2005.
Kaklase ko sila Moira.
Maximo Olivero.
Oo, Maximo. I was
saw
in the
that.
room.
I saw
was
that
in-
film.
Yeah.
It was cute. The cinematography was okay. The director of that film, was he a cinematographer first?
No.
He was a director always?
Theater.
Theater.
You could tell. Kasi it's very, because the
Writer.
shots are very much like theater. Like everything was established and there was something in it, but it wasn't motion.
Yeah, nakaganon. Tapos
Yeah,
gumagalaw.
parating nandun and everyone's the moving parts, but it wasn't moving
Oh,
with the
yun.
part.
No.
Pag ganun lang siya,
Hindi
and it was
gumagalaw.
Phil, you could tell.
Mm.
Pero nagandahan ng mga tao. The story was nice. There was little scapegoats na parang towards the end and in the middle parang he didn't go there when he can go there. He just sort of like, oh, okay, bading na bata, ito, ganun. Okay, fine, nandun na tayo. We're not there
Para
yet.
matapos.
Yeah, we're not there yet. Parang nabilisan. And then we didn't really explore that.
I was in the room when they got the grant. I was in the room.
Diba? And then you
For
get
grant.
grants.
Yeah,
Meron kayong
initial
pera
grant.
ng binibigay. Like, you get a grant. Let's make the hell out of a grant. Gawin natin, binigyan na tayo ng pera.
That was Pete.
Pitan, so. But we were all like, wow.
But I'm also not easily impressed by anybody or anything.
That's why I saw it in the States. Kasi that was after FPJ died.
Did you see that with
2004.
me at AFI?
Yeah. I saw that.
2004. Died December. Tama,
He died.
2004.
He died. So I was in the States.
Oh, and the guy he spoke, the director, he had a
Yeah.
scarf on. It was sort of flamboyant, but not so
Yeah.
Oh,
much.
because ano yun, nag-Sundance.
Sundance.
Nag-Sundance
Sundance.
siya.
Yeah, because they love that story. I know the people at
Oh.
I know the people at Sundance. They love that story because it's gay. You're coming of age. It's from a different country. You're darker. Like they love that. That was the timing point that they have.
That was
Sundance
the
every
first
year has
year
it.
na
Yes.
meron ng world competition.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because kasi before, puro US. Tapos they almost didn't make it. Kasi
Yes.
nga Nag-ano na sila na Montreal.
No.
And also, I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you, my friends in Hollywood are the ones that opened the doors for Asian Americans to be represented. They were there in the academy and they got together and decided we have to make choices to open doors for our own people, and this is what we have to do. They spoke to Constance Wu about the stuff that she's doing. What they all got together in a room and said, we have to make a conscious effort and we have to push for this. The people that did Crazy Rich Asians hired this group of Asians and said, we're at Warner Brothers, but we don't know how to release this film because this is the group. Bahala kayo, how do we do it? They did grassroots festival. They did grassroots films. They bought out theaters. They invited people. Those people talked about it. They wrote about it. And it was all those. And so they got vetted by the community before they released it. And so the talk was there was like, okay, this is the film. This is the film. And they didn't listen to it. Matt Damon came out with a film, and they wanted to put him as a face. And there was an Asian woman, and it was really her story. They asked these Asians to help promote that. They said, no, it's not his story. It's her story. Why isn't she on the one sheet? They decided, no one vetted it. Nothing happened to that movie. Because it was about a white man saving this Asian woman when it was really the strong Asian woman that brought in a white man. So I'm just saying, like, I hear all of it. I see all of it. I understand how to enter it. I know where to enter. It's fine. That's what it is. I want things to bring with me when I do enter. So that's why I'm here. Because I want to find those stories and I want to find those filmmakers.
Came to the best place for me.
Pwede rin meet and greet.
Meet and
DGP.
DGPI.
Round table.
Round table discussion.
I mean, and I would like to meet with the professors. Like, no, like, I mean, you know, para bang, I don't know, just to understand what the
Mindset is.
Process.
Yeah, because when you teach, it's one thing, but when you do, it's another. And you can be teaching in the same circle and not knowing what's going on, especially when you're so far from the center of what's happening.
Yeah.
Not that Hollywood is the heart, but you're so far in kala mo, this is right, eto tamo. I've been doing this for years. I know you've been doing this for years, but which one of your filmmakers made it out? Wala ba? So what have you been doing for years na dapat natin ayusin? And if you have a problem with that, that's fine. You can keep teaching those films that way to those filmmakers if that's what they want. But there's this.
Oh. There's another world.
There's another
Eh,
one.
kailangan naman.
Kailangan.
In the interest of knowledge.
No, I want to inspire them to know that they don't have to just do this because
they can
and this is what
just
they
settle
can
for
do.
anything.
They
Yes.
can do more if they want to do more. Like they've never experienced hardship. I've seen life in the Philippines. It's not easy. Miskin na nakatawa kayo all the time. It's not easy. This is just as that. It's those things. It's the way we see things. It's the way we live life. It's the way we have loyalty with blindness and family and what that is and the consequences of that and the realities of that. Diba? Because our world and the way they live, the way we live life here is different. Like the people in Cavite, I just had this like thing. It's like, because that's where my dad's from in Imos. For them to get, they feel like I have so much, but for them to attain what I have requires so much. But they already have so much that they don't see. There's something there that I can't create and I can't attain. I can visit it and I can see it, but they already have it. I can't create that. They can get whatever party or whatever thing that I have, but that, they have already so much. And that's the source. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. I want that. I want somebody proud of that. I want somebody that sees the value of that. I want that. That's our culture and that's the people and that's what I want. I don't want like some love story, I'm a teenager. Okay, fine, there's a million of those. No, pakita mo sa akin.
Yep. So thank you for your
We'll
time.
get in touch.
Yes.
We have your
Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Sir,
Oo nga.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oo.